Oh, I'm at the dojo for a training. It's a Friday afternoon. This is the dojo of one of my senior students, Chris Martingilio. Chris is here. He's a sixth dan. Also, I've got Jeff Burhop here. He's a fifth dan. I've got Dave Liana here. He's a fourth dan. And I've got Stan Konanoff here, and he's a second dan. So we're all, advanced practitioners. We started the day by working on our most basic kata, which is Naihanchi Shodan. And we've done a lot of work on basic technique. In fact, we're working on white belt technique, white belt curriculum technique. Now this is important because a lot of people have this feeling like once you have reached a certain point in your training, you can leave the basic stuff behind because you've gotten past that. Oh, that's white belt stuff. I no longer do white belt stuff. But I learned a long time ago that that's not true. Even in the first dojo that I was in, you had to train, I think you had to take 6 or 8 beginner classes before you could even go into the regular class. So a lot of people would take the beginner classes until they got their X number of beginner classes, and then they would go into the regular class and never go back to a beginner class again. That's not what I did. I would go and do beginner class, regular class. I would go back to back. Even as a black belt, I was still doing beginner classes, where you're kicking, you're going 1, extend 2, 3 recoil, 4 down, in the count like that. And still, here's how you make a fist, here's how you punch. Very, very basic, basic, basic. You never are through with the basics. And if you think you are, if that's your fantasy, that you're somehow gonna, get so good that you never have to go back and just keep working on your basic technique again, you're in the wrong practice. And it's time to get back to reality. So, when I tell you to go train, I don't envision you practicing your most sophisticated technique. I actually envision you doing the kind of stuff that I do. I work on basic kick and basic punch all the time. The most basic things all the time. That's what I think you're doing when I tell you to go train. That's actually what I picture, that you're training basics. I don't picture you doing your most advanced kata or your most advanced fancy technique or whatever the acrobatic spin in the air move is that you've been trying to perfect for years. I'm thinking maybe you're doing stance work, or maybe you're working on your basic ukewaza and trying to get them just so. Basics is everything in the martial arts. You never get over them. If you want to get any good, you'll never stop doing them. I'm Chris Thomas. These are some reflections from the master class. Thanks for watching. Now go train your basics.